In the NBA playoffs, man, you're not going to win a series just relying on one guy. It's not going to happen. One superstar. They got Giannis Antetokounmpo walking the ball up pretty much on every possession, driving, getting his, while at the same time trying to get his teammates involved. Now, Giannis had one assist in this ball game. One assist. And why did he have one assist? Because the whole team was broke. 9 for 37. That's a recipe for disaster. You're gonna have to get Giannis Antetokounmpo off the ball. He can bring it up on occasion, but you're gonna have somebody like Gary Trent, one of these other guards, Kevin Porter Jr., somebody to initiate the offense. Don't have him bringing up the ball majority of the time. Giannis got his numbers. He's got 36 points, okay, 12 rebounds, looking good. But look at everybody else. Nobody else is in a rhythm. We're talking about Kyle Kuzma, a guy that came up with a goose egg. Now, if y'all look, I'm not gonna call out a stat line, but if y'all see the stat line, it's the worst stat line you ever seen in your life for a starter and a player of his caliber. He knows better than this. He's played in the playoffs before. He's got a ring actually. Then you look at Brook Lopez. He gives you 9 points. Bottom line is the Greek Freak didn't get any help, and if they continue to shoot this poorly, they won't have a chance in this series. We're talking about Indiana Pacers are going up and down, playing as a team, not relying on one superstar, which they don't even have a superstar, but they're built on team, a team concept where you got to pay attention to everybody on the floor. They're ramped up, they're playing scrappy defense, they're getting out and running, they're enjoying playing with each other. Total opposite from the Milwaukee Bucks. Number one, they're going to have to get Dame Dollar back. When Dame Dollar gets back, no time to wait for him to try to get him in a groove. He got to get right back into action, being the clutch Dame Dollar we used to seeing for Milwaukee to come out in this series. That's the only way I can look at it. But Kyle Kuzma, he has to have a better game than putting up goose eggs in 22 minutes of play. Brook Lopez, he's got to crash the boards. He only produced 9 points on offense. Nobody really showed up. I mean, you had some bench players that got in the teams. Kevin Porter Jr. Put out 12 points, 2 for 7. He was off, but that's mostly just being out there. You can find a basket or two if you're just out there on the floor and you're running and you're sprinting and getting fast break points. Gary Trent Jr., 14 points. He was the only highlight that I've seen that helped Giannis out the most. So the Milwaukee Bucks got some things to clean up. Number one, they got to make jump shots. They'll have to hit their threes. They're going to take 37 of them. They're going to have to hit at least half of them if they're going to beat Indiana Pacers. Second game of yesterday, Clippers and the Denver Nuggets. Denver Nuggets beat the Clippers 112 to 110. I will say this about this playoff series. Clippers let one get away. I think everybody that watched that game saw that. Clippers, y'all better not fall into what y'all been doing the past few seasons already. All this talent, and then next thing you know, you getting wiped out in the first round. How can you lose a ball game like this? Going on the road, taking care of business from 1 to 3 quarters, pretty much. Leonard going off, feeling good. You had James Harden in this ball game, willing and dealing. Everything for the Clippers was going perfect as planned. And y'all found a way down the stretch to let this team hang around. This championship team who knows how to win, who's won a championship here recently in the past, 2 years? And you played around with them too much, in my opinion. When you have a former champion that you're going up against, you have the upper hand pretty much in the first half. You rolling. Everybody's involved. Y'all hitting shots. Y'all playing defense. Y'all getting steals. Everything was working well for the Clippers. But you kept them in the ball game. Anytime you have the greatest player on the other side and you playing around and not putting this team in the ground, allowing them to come back when you have a big lead, that's on the Clippers right there. That's on the Clippers that could be on Tyronn Lue. You have to find better ways to produce points and to keep your lead in a playoff game. If they let another one get away, they're going to lose this series. To me, in the playoffs, you can let one game that you're supposed to win get away. You let another one get away, you will lose the series. That's the way it is in the playoffs. You can afford to lose one game that you're supposed to win. That's it. You don't want none at all. But if you have one game you're supposed to win and you find a way to lose it, you're putting yourself in bad company. So the Clippers just gonna have to come out in game two, do a lot of what they did in game one. They just have to finish the deal. I'm not going for anybody in this series. I'm just looking for a good playoff game. It can go either way to me. It really doesn't matter. But Clippers, man, y'all cannot afford it. How long y'all been down, all the talent that's been over there on this team? You have a great opportunity, and if you squander it, this is it. I already said y'all will never win a championship with James Harden and Kawhi Leonard. I already said that. I said that ship already passed. James Harden and Kawhi Leonard will not win another championship. For us, Kawhi Leonard won't win another championship. For as James Harden, he will not get one championship. Not on this team. Now, let's say next year y'all break some pieces up. You go to another team, play for the Lakers or the Boston Celtics or something. You might up your chances then. But this team right here, yeah, y'all are capable of winning a championship if y'all play the way y'all supposed to play. But history has shown if it ain't injuries, somebody's going to choke in the playoffs and cost them the game. And this game here is a perfect example of that. 112 to 110. This game should have been won in regulation. But that's what happens when you don't take care of your business. Detroit Pistons and the New York Knicks. New York Knicks beat the Pistons 123 to 112, and I mean they beat them in the last moments of this game. This is another one that got away from the Detroit Pistons, and we all know they can't afford it. Nobody is expecting the Detroit Pistons to win this series against the New York Knicks. When you have a game like that in your grasp, as well as they played, and man, Detroit Pistons played. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm kind of rooting for Detroit Pistons because they're the underdogs. I love rooting for underdogs. But you went into Madison Square Garden where the lights are bright. And y'all came out there and y'all played, man. Y'all was right on cue. Hitting y'all shots, y'all was fighting them back. It was a great game to watch. Had it right there. And what happened? I think they started feeling themselves. Young guys in the playoffs, a lot of them for the first time, getting a little taste of the playoffs, going to Madison Square Garden, getting the better part of the Knicks, thinking you have arrived, thinking, hey, man, the playoffs ain't that much. Man, we coming in and we wrecking shop. We handling up. We supposed to win this game. Till you got hit in the mouth late, celebrating early, not physically, but in your mind, you're thinking, we got this. No, you don't have it. Knicks got some fighters on their team. I mean, some grit and grinders. That's one thing you can look at for the Knicks is they got guys that's going to come all day long with pressure, making you work. And you have any kind of slippage, you're going to allow them back in the game. And that's exactly what happened to the Detroit Pistons. They fumbled the bag in this one. This one's going to hurt, especially being a young team. They probably couldn't even afford to give one game up. This just as well could have ended their series. That game alone, it could have. Game twos are very important because you had time to watch the film. You had time to adjust. Now let's see what you're going to do in game two. It's going to be a lot of the same thing because if it is, then that'll tell you right there what's going to happen in this series. I'm not looking for this series to go no 7 games. I'll tell you that right now. Could go 5. Could go 5. It really could. We're going to see how much the Detroit Pistons got some fight left. Minnesota Timberwolves and the Los Angeles Lakers. Last night, Timberwolves got them 117 to 95. And I'm going to go off of what J.J. Redick said. He said physically they wasn't ready to play that game. He's right. I agree with him on that one. Minnesota Timberwolves brought it to them. Physicality wise, they're more ready. Mentally, that can be up for grabs. But the Lakers, they look pitiful out there. I'm not gonna lie to you. And what I said about Giannis Antetokounmpo with Milwaukee is the same thing I'm gonna say with the Lakers. They were way too top heavy on Luka Doncic. If you don't allow this guy to walk the ball up every possession and just go ahead and get his, not getting anybody involved, because if you look at the box sheet, none of these guys really got in no rhythm. Nobody really stepped up. It was all Luka Doncic. You're not going to beat the Minnesota Timberwolves with one superstar taking majority of the shots. Nobody else was able to get in rhythm. Scoring, very efficient. He was scoring. But what are you doing to the rest of your team? They can't even get involved. They can't even catch a rhythm. Austin Reeves is huge in the series. Austin Reeves gonna have to almost average 25 points himself a game. He's gonna have to average about 25 points. LeBron James is gonna have to have a better game. He's gonna have to get himself integrated into this offense a lot sooner instead of just sitting back just waiting. They're gonna have to find a way to have balanced scoring. You can't lean heavy on Luka Doncic. That's how they lost this ball game. And of course, the defense was atrocious, if you ask me. Lakers got a lot of problems to fix, and if they don't fix them, I want to say 6 games, man. I want to say 6 games.